Both Shavkat Rakhmonov and Ian Garry showed at UFC 310 that they are the future and, in my opinion, would have beaten Belal Muhammad. Don't forget that this was a short notice fight as Ian Garry stepped up for Belal Muhammad after he hurt his foot, and Shavkat Rakhmonov was training for Belal. So even though Shavkat had a full camp, he wasn't training for Ian Garry's style. So that last minute switch up certainly affected both fighters. Now, into the fight itself, I thought Shavkat ran away with it and dominated. And yes, I understand the criticism for Shavkat Rakhmonov's performance. I understand that a lot of these fans, especially the new fans of the sport, I don't hate you, but I am here to educate you. They don't appreciate certain aspects of the game, like the clinch game. You know, they would have hated Randy Couture back in the day. And yes, look up Randy Couture versus Gabriel Gonzaga, and you will see essentially what played out in this fight right here. Shavkat controlled this fight beautifully, okay? You have Ian Garry, whose main weapons are his kicks and his footwork. Shavkat Rakhmonov neutralized both of that. How did he do it? He neutralized the kicks by constant pressuring and smothering of the kicks, and he neutralized the footwork by clinching. Ian Garry wasn't able to use his legs at all. He clinched him up, and I always said that Shavkat is not Khabib in the sense that he does not finish takedowns really well. He does not dive on the legs. He's not shooting for single legs and double legs and things like that. Shavkat is an upper body clinch guy, and he uses the clinch to wear on opponents, hurt opponents with knees, you know, maybe the odd elbow, things like that. But Shavkat Rakhmonov is way more of an upper body clinch guy than he is a diving on the legs up against the fence looking for a takedown guy. Shavkat will look for a takedown eventually, but he's not the best finisher of takedowns. And we saw that against Ian Garry, as Ian Garry was able to defend some of them. And of course, Ian showed good takedown defense as well. I'm not taking away from any of them, but I'm just calling the fight how I saw it. Ian Garry, I said this would be his weakness. I said he does not have the punching power to earn the respect of Shavkat Rakhmonov. And we didn't see that. In fact, we saw Shavkat landing the better punches and walking Ian Garry down the entire time. Technically, I was wrong because I said Shavkat would finish Ian Garry, and that did not happen. However, Ian Garry did come somewhat close. In my opinion, call me a hater if you want to, but I did not think that rear naked choke was all that close. I think it was awesome that Ian Garry even got to that position. And I think that's what made a lot of people, oh, wow, look at this. We've never seen Khamzat here before, etc., etc. But it is not, you know, it wasn't close. He is not a Khamzat Chimaev type that's going to break your jaw with the face crank or anything like that. Shavkat was safe the whole time. He was composed. He knew what he was doing. And in fact, he ended up on top and ended up winning the rest of that 5th round. And you could argue that besides that one little moment, Shavkat Rakhmonov won all 5 rounds. As I was watching it, I even thought that this moment was forced by Ian Garry. And you know what? Like, say what you want about Ian Garry, but he is who he is, and he wears that on his sleeve, and he doesn't care what anybody thinks. So I do give him props for that. But you could tell Shavkat was like, yo, bro, I won this fight, bro. We didn't have a razor-close fight the way in your head, you know, because Ian went to the press conference and pretty much said, I don't feel like I lost. I still got to work on my Ian Garry impression, but it'll come, guys. It'll come. Stay with me. Yeah, you know, Shavkat, it looked like he was just being a gentleman and obliging Ian Garry in this moment. But Shavkat won that fight. Shavkat is in a league of his own. People were saying even, oh, Ian made him look human. I didn't think so. I thought Jeff Neal made him look human more so than Ian Garry did, because at least, you know, we saw Shavkat somewhat rocked, you know. But even with that said, I don't think Shavkat has ever hidden away from the fact that, or ran away from the fact rather, that he is human. No, he is human, and he does get hurt, and he does get put in some precarious positions, as you saw against Ian Garry, but he has the will to keep pushing. He has that fighter spirit. He has the ability to show heart and toughness. And when he gets rocked by Jeff Neal, boom, his head gets snapped back. What does he do? He dives into a clinch. Okay, and now he puts Jeff Neal, who was in an offensive posture, he now puts him into a defensive posture, defending the clinch and trying to escape and things like that. Shavkat Rakhmonov has heart. He has will to win. He has all the adjectives you want to, rain upon him, okay? Shavkat Rakhmonov will be a champion. I believe he stops Belal Muhammad, and I think he'll fight Ian Garry again, and I think he finishes Ian Garry in the second fight. I'm still maintaining that. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, whether you agree, disagree. It does not matter. Just join the discussion, follow for more, and leave a like if you enjoyed the time spent. Thank you. You are all very much appreciated.